If there's one pair of earbuds I've been dying to try for years, it's the Powerbeats Pro. I could never justify owning a second pair since I've always dailied AirPods Pro, but when Beats offered me the chance to test out the new Powerbeats Pro 2, I was very excited. After spending weeks using them and diving into Reddit and YouTube reactions, I've noticed a little bit of a divide for this product. Some people swear these are AirPods Pro 2 killers, while others are disappointed and underwhelmed. So where do I stand? To find out, I'll be answering 5 questions. What's it like to wear these daily? Does the sound quality live up to expectations? Is heart rate monitoring a game changer or just a gimmick? Should you buy these instead of AirPods Pro 2? And are these the best workout earbuds ever made? By the very end, you'll have everything you need to decide if these are the right fit for you. When I first took these out of the box to put them on, because I have glasses, it was a little awkward for me at first, as the way these hook onto your ears can collide with the glasses themselves. Over time though, I did find a way to get these on without it being such a hassle. The frames of my glasses are also a lot thinner, so if you do have thicker glasses, this might be something to consider before actually purchasing these. Once hooked on though, my immediate impressions was that this is a feeling I needed to get used to. It wasn't a bad feeling per se, but you do feel the hook and the earbud itself securing to your ear, which for obvious reasons is great for physical activity. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get used to this. Each passing day, I wasn't absolutely loving how these were feeling, but eventually I got over the mountain, and I can say these feel much better to me after continuous use. They take up a lot of surface area on your ear, but I wouldn't say that these are heavy. It's surprisingly light for their size, honestly, and for owners of the previous Powerbeats Pro, you'll be happy to know that the new Pro 2s are 20% lighter and the ear hook is 50% smaller. Speaking of the hook though, if you're curious how it feels, it's made from this nickel titanium alloy wiring that is quite flexible in all directions, but regardless of how you mess with these, it will always return and conform back to its proper shape, which is great from like a durability perspective. When it comes to controlling these, I love that we've been given physical buttons for everything, including volume and playback controls on both earbuds. It's exactly what a fitness enthusiast would want if you have sweaty hands or if you're out for a walk in the cold with gloves on, where something like AirPods would be too hard to control. I would need to reach for my phone in the past during these situations, but I can confidently say you will rarely, if ever, be in a situation where you can't control your Powerbeats Pro 2 from the earbud due to how simple and easy the physical buttons work. In terms of the day-to-day when it comes to battery life, I think the Powerbeats Pro 2 would cure anyone with battery anxiety. That's how good these are. They last forever, so much to the point that I think I could go weeks without ever worrying about charging these. Each bud can last up to 10 hours on a single charge, and the charging case provides an additional 3.5 full charges to each bud, yielding roughly 45 hours of total usage out of these, which is insane. In the event you forget to put these back into the case, which I can do quite often, you can pop them in for just 5 minutes and it'll provide a fast charge that will yield you roughly 1 hour of listening time, which is really good. The case also supports USB-C and wireless charging, which is my preferred way to charge earbuds. And I know a lot of you will want to know if the size of the case is an issue, as it's definitely not small. I mean, I personally don't think it's too big. I've never found it to be like cumbersome with how large it is. And due to the fitness focused audience that these are targeting, most of this crowd would just toss this into their gym bags and not even think twice about it. It's also worth mentioning that the magnets that hold the Powerbeats Pro 2 in place are very powerful. They're not coming out of this no matter how hard you shake it or hold it upside down. Okay, so based purely on comfort, so things like fit, controls, battery life, is this something I would reach for as a daily driver? I think I could, but it's also still a lot to have on your ears in a casual setting. Like, keep in mind, this is coming from someone who has been dailying AirPods Pro 2 for feels like years now, and those are way less obtrusive on your ears. Honestly, the comfort will just come down to your tolerance of the feeling of the ear hook versus traditional style earbuds, and if you personally think the design would impact your look or fashion, if you're into that kind of thing. But when it comes to working out, which, I mean, these are kind of what they're made for, 1000% I'm reaching for these every single time. These are the kind of earbuds that just nail it. when it comes to fitness enthusiasts. Traditional style earbuds are just not great for workouts. I've always struggled with them slowly coming loose and completely falling out of my ears, including with the AirPods Pro 2. They're not the best to work out with in my opinion. So it's really refreshing to have this unshakable confidence that no matter how much I move my body, the Powerbeats Pro 2 are not falling out due to how secure they are into my ear. Before we keep going, I want to thank Lumos for partnering with me on this video and letting me test out their new upcoming Lumos AI smart glasses. And right away, what stands out is how effortless they feel to wear. They're lightweight, comfortable, and actually look like a normal pair of glasses, so you're not walking around feeling like you're in a sci-fi movie. They let you snap 16 megapixel photos or 1080p videos straight from your perspective, all hands-free. The built-in storage means you can even listen to music directly from the glasses, and the AI assistant, which is powered by GPT-4o, is already working for things like notes, quick translations, and everyday tasks. Battery life is solid too, lasting much longer than other smart glasses, so you're not constantly worrying about charging. And when it comes to privacy, there's a recording indicator light built in so people around you know when the camera is on. Since this is an early prototype, some features are still being refined, but even now, it's easy to see how Lumos is building something that actually makes sense for everyday use. Overall, these are a really cool pair of smart glasses from Lumos. Their Kickstarter campaign actually just ended not too long ago, but that doesn't mean you can't support them and their mission to bring this to life. So there will be a link at the top of the description down below if you want to go ahead and support Lumos and what they're doing with these smart glasses today. Okay, so does the sound quality actually live up to the hype? I'm not gonna lie, the first time I put these on and listened to The Weeknd's new album, my socks were not blown off by what I was hearing. This is not to say that the audio quality of these earbuds are poor. I actually think in a vacuum, most people will love how these sound. You get more bass than the average earbud, and the mids and highs do sound pretty decent. Based on what I learned from Beats themselves, these are a big technical improvement over the previous Powerbeats Pro with how music sounds due to the addition of the H2 chip, which is responsible for providing more dynamic range and cleaner sounding audio. The reason I'm not as impressed by what I'm hearing is because my ears have been listening to AirPods Pro 2s for a very long time. I find those earbuds to sound noticeably better than the Powerbeats Pro 2, which is a little disappointing considering this is from the same company technically, like Apple owns Beats. You would think that they'd load this premier workout earbud with the best possible sound processing, acoustics, to give us as good of a sound as AirPods Pro. To be clear though, like this is just my opinion based on my listening history with earbuds and headphones. You may feel that the new Powerbeats Pro 2 sound equal or even better than the AirPods Pro, and you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that. Like we all kind of take in what we like as audio differently. Pro tip though, I was reading on Reddit from other users that if you size up the seal to like the large or the extra large, as these do come with different size tips, the sound quality is better because you have a deeper seal. I can confirm this does work, although I'm not sure if this is like placebo or not. I kept, trying it on, then trying it off. I think it works, although it's not like a huge difference, but it is noticeable enough for me to want to keep on a larger seal. So give it a try if you already own a pair or if you plan on buying one. In terms of active noise cancellation and transparency modes, I think most people will be very happy with how it works on the Powerbeats Pro 2. From my experience, noise cancellation on here can remove a lot of the hums and ambience of a lot of environments, but not all of them. Like for example, I do a lot of work at the gym, which has a cafe with a blender and people talking. There's the HVAC running in the background, and a lot of these sounds are still coming through when in silence, like when you're just having ANC turned on. But the second you turn on music with the ANC and you bring it to like above mid volume, then you're not gonna hear anything anymore. And I think that's where the magic is when you're listening to music with ANC. It works perfectly, like you're in your own zone. When it comes to transparency mode, it actually works really well. Like seriously impressive. It's almost on par with AirPods Pro, which you can't say about 99% of the competition today when it comes to other companies trying to replicate the transparency mode. It just feels so natural to your ear, and you can effortlessly listen to the world around you while keeping these earbuds on, which is awesome. Okay, is the heart rate monitoring a game changer or gimmick? When I first heard about the heart rate sensing on the Powerbeats Pro 2, I was hyped, like I was very excited. It seemed like a perfect way to give people more workout data within the Apple ecosystem without needing an Apple Watch. Like I thought that was awesome. But after testing it out, I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed. Not in the accuracy though. The sensor actually works flawlessly and matches my Apple Watch really well. My issue is with the execution. You have to use third-party apps to see your heart rate, which is a little bit of a letdown. Honestly, this might be the first Apple product I've used where a really cool feature is buried and gatekept behind other companies' apps. It would be so much better if your heart rate could just show up natively on your phone, like a widget on the home screen, so you could just glance at it mid-workout, just like an Apple Watch. Like that would be game-changing, but that is not possible in the current state today, but maybe in the future they add that. So Beats, if you're watching this, that'd be a genius idea. Like, please do it. Okay, so should you buy these instead of AirPods Pro 2? I'm asking this because the AirPods Pro 2 and Powerbeats Pro 2 both cost the same, $249.99, so naturally, a lot of people will be deciding between them. I feel the AirPods Pro 2 are the obvious go-to for most people. It's generally good across all situations, and I'm gonna continue to recommend it to a lot of people, but the Powerbeats Pro 2 offers something that the AirPods just don't do the best job at, and that's a worry-free workout experience. I can't begin to reiterate how amazing it is to have the Powerbeats Pro 2 as part of my fitness journey. It felt weird, honestly, to not have to worry about earbuds coming loose or falling out, as I'm just so used to that on my AirPods that when I put the Powerbeats Pro 2 on, it's like, this feels very weird. It feels awesome. I want more of this. I need to get used to this, not worrying about things falling off. The only thing that I feel would deter someone from Powerbeats Pro 2 is that it's just bigger and more noticeable on your ears, which may be a look you don't want to have when you are casually going throughout your day when you're not just working out all the time. But everything else about the experience between both earbuds is pretty identical. The sound quality is decent on both. Like, I don't think you'll be disappointed on either. ANC and transparency modes are good on both as well. They work flawlessly across all Apple devices, so you can switch between your iPhone, iPad, MacBook very easily with both. And even the microphones sound very similar from my testing. If you want my honest advice, unless exercise is a key part of your lifestyle, you'll likely be happier with just getting AirPods Pro 2. But if you do work out regularly, having earbuds that stay secure during those 1 to 2 hours a day that you are working out is such a game changer that it's too hard to ignore, I feel. Okay, so I want to end off with this. Are these the best workout earbuds yet? If you're not too concerned about how these compare to AirPods Pro and you're just after wanting the best available workout earbuds, I can confirm your suspicions. I think these are it. They have what I call the AirPods Aura. They're really good across every category without any major weaknesses, which by default make them the best all-around workout earbuds for most people. Sure, there are cheaper options that get you 80% of the way there, and honestly, you'll still be happy with those affordable options because there's so many good ones to choose from these days. You don't need to break the bank to have a solid earbud workout experience. It's that final 20% that makes the difference for me. The ultra secure fit, the solid ANC, the excellent transparency mode, and just overall polish of what makes a Beats product a Beats product. So if you want to treat yourself to something awesome, like I think these are awesome, the Powerbeats Pro 2 feel like the gold standard. And if you pick these up, I think you're going to love them as much as I do. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a blue heart if you did finish this video, and I'll talk to all of you guys in the next one. Peace.